all my lecture series of C programming. In the last video, we have seen the building blocks of algorithms. Like we have a four main concept, and that we have seen the three concepts are like statements, state, and control structures. In control structures, we have three types. One is that control flow. We have three types. One is that three ways of control flows are sequence, election, and iteration. In that up to selection we have seen. In today's video, we are going to see about what is an iteration execution and what is the function. So based upon these two things, how the algorithm is derived. First we will see that iteration. So the iteration comes under the flow of execution in the building blocks of algorithm. So what is an iteration? You have a certain condition. The certain set of codes are executed again and again until the specified condition is satisfied. So this is the iteration or looping or repetition. For example, you have one set of condition. So in the selection, the condition is true means or that statement is executed only once. If it is false, it go to the false statement. But in the repetition, when the condition is true, the set of statements is executed repeatedly until the condition is false. So this is the difference between the selection and repetition. So this type of execution is called it as a looping or iteration. So in that we will see the example for find the sum of first 5 natural numbers. So this is a problem statement. For any problem statement, first understand the statement and find the what is the logic of doing that problem statement. So here the logic is you have a natural numbers. So what is the natural numbers? It starts from 1 to infinity. So in that we have to sum the first 5 natural numbers. 5 natural numbers we have to sum and we have to find the result as a sum of 5 natural numbers. So this is the problem statement. So here they given the how that algorithm is derived for that find the sum of natural numbers. For any repetition or looping, we should fix the control variable. So based upon the control variable, you have a condition statement. So that condition statement are executed until again and again until the control variable reaches some specified condition. So this is the way we are going to implement the looping. So here the first is starting of the process. In that we are going to initialize the two variable as a count. Count is for the counting whether it reaches the number 5 or not. So count is equal to 0 and sum is equal to 0. So the sum is used to store the addition of the first 5 numbers. So this is the initialization statement of count and sum, which is initialized as a 0. Second step, count is equal to count. For example, next one we are incrementing that count is equal to count plus 1. So we are incrementing. Now the sum is equal to sum plus count. We are adding that count with the sum. So already the sum is equal to 0. Now the value of count is equal to 1. So the total 1 is stored in the sum. So next we are going to check if count is greater than or equal to 5. So what is the value of count now? Now the count value is 1. So 1 is greater than or equal to 5. It is false. So again you are going to do the increment the count value and add sum is equal to sum plus count. So these two statements are executed again and again until the value of count is reaches 6, not 5. Once it is 5, again it is go to do the corresponding loop, because our condition is count is less than or equal to 5. That time itself, that time varaikum that loop will be executed. So when it is false, when the condition is false, the count number is equal to 6 means it comes out from the loop. So this is the way that algorithm should be executed. First step, we have to initialize the conditional variable, and second step, check whether the conditional variable reaches the specified condition or not. If it is not, add sum is equal to sum plus count. The next step, increment the conditional variable and again check if the count is reaches the conditional number is or not until it is repeated, until once it is exceed the count variable is 5 அப்படினா we are going to stop the process. So this is the way that algorithm is executed. This is an example for an iteration. Then last block of algorithm is a function. So function is a subprogram when it consists of a block of code that could be executed and that could be performed some particular task. So the functions, what is the need of functions means we have the complex program. So the problem is divided into the smaller and simpler task during the algorithm design. So we are separating or dividing the task as a subtask for efficient way of execution. So that is the main objective of the function. So we can reuse the code. The benefits of using functions are we can code reuse and reduction of line of code and get easy to debug and test. So this is the main function of the function. Next is the, for example, here consider the simple example for function is already you know that addition of two numbers. In addition of two numbers, we add the two numbers and result will be stored as an addition. So here that add is doing in the some other place. For example, we are going to add and we are going to call the add statement again and again, means we are going to write that add as a separate program and call it that separate subprogram whenever we need it. That is the main objective of the function. So start, step 2 is call the function add, and finally you are going to stop. And the call the function means, and the add you have a separate statement like that, is a separate statement like that. Here the function is start and that inside the function you are going to get the value of a and b and add a plus b and store the result as a some variable c and print c. So these three statements are written in some subprogram. That subprogram is called whenever we need it. One it is completed appadina, the control is written back to the main program and the next statement of that function called is executed. This is the way of the function is executed. So function is nothing but it is a subprogram. It contains a specific set of code that perform a particular task. So the use of function is the code reusability is the use of function. So I hope you will understand what is an iteration and what is a function. I will explain, I explain that concept with the simple examples. Thank you.